Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Quarantine Review. Today, I'd like to take a look at Netflix's The Haunting of Hill House. This series, taking large inspiration from the novel of the same name by Shirley Jackson, follows a family who deals with the trauma of living in a haunted house and its effects on their inner demons as they grow up. Netflix released this series in 2018 and recently followed it up with another season entitled The Haunting of Bly Manor, as this series is intended to be an anthology similar to American Horror Story. There are quite a few things that this series does really well. Firstly, the storytelling. The mixture of past and present is just really well done. Each episode focuses on one member of the family, and you get to see their experiences in the past with the house, growing up, and their experiences in terms of ghosts, and then how it has affected their relationships and their career choice in the future and their relationships with the other members of the family also. It's really interesting to watch because there are about 6 characters that you get their points of view on, and they build in such a way where you get pieces. You're basically being handed puzzle pieces through each episode, and eventually toward the end of the series, obviously they all click together to form one big picture as to what was happening with Hill House and why it's affected the relationships within this family so greatly now in the present. What's also great is that each character has their own mini arc, essentially. Because each episode focuses on a specific character and their experiences past and present, you really get a sense of how this character has grown, and then by the end of the series, how they've grown to go past, eventually, what they were when they started. Each character is vastly different from the other, which gives you a really nice spectrum of people, and it makes this family very realistic and very relatable in a sense. Another thing that's really well done is the camera work. At one point in a certain episode, it's shot to make it look like it's a series of one takes, and the camera just continuously moves, and it flows between past and present so fluidly that at times the line gets really blurred, and it's just really stunning to watch visually. The camera work also differs between past and present, so that gives you a nice distinction in addition to the coloration of the past shots and the present shots, so that you obviously know where you are in time. It's never been confusing, you are always clear. Coupled with the camera work, the lighting is really great. The shots in the past, where they're in the house and they're having a good time, are all warm and very inviting and very, oh, this is a very family home, very family focused. But then the shots in the future, or in the present more accurately, tend to be darker because they have gone through trauma in this house and in their lives, so they are now tainted, for lack of a better term, and the darkness seems to follow them around, so the shots are all much darker and grittier. In terms of horror series, I think this one is a really good example of utilizing episodes to the best of its ability. This could easily have been accomplished in a 2-hour feature film format, but the decision to go series with it and do episodes as opposed to one long thing, I think really worked in its advantage, because you were able to get deeper little mini glimpses of each person's life, and it felt like it was all pushing toward one end goal. This also makes the series extremely bingeable. It does make you want to continue to learn what's happening, because you only get that one little sliver for the 45 minutes that you're watching, and you just want to know what happens with the next person and the next person and the next person, until you find yourself at the end of the series and you're shocked by the ending and you want to watch it all over again in case you missed things. Overall, I love this series. I recommend this series to anybody and everybody. I constantly walk around telling people that they should watch it. I would give this series a 10 out of 10. I would absolutely watch it 100 times over. I will never get tired of watching it. The twists and turns in it still shock me even after I've seen it 3 times. So definitely check this one out on Netflix. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, check my description box for all of my links to my other social media accounts where I post reviews and my own photographs.